Enthused by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech from the ramparts of the Red Fort, Baloch freedom fighters waved the Indian tricolour even in Balochistan. They had pictures of Baloch freedom fighters and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Pakistan government has cracked the whip. They've filed cases against Baloch leaders, including those in exile. That includes a young student leader, Karima Baloch, who had sent Raksha Bandhan greetings to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, urging India to be the voice of the people of Balochistan.
आज भी हमारा ये कहना है कि भारत का हिस्सा है और इसलिए भारत के संविधान के सब प्रावधान, सुविधाएं, अधिकार उन्हें उपलब्ध होने चाहिए.
5 cases, including that of sedition, have been slapped against 3 top Baloch nationalist leaders in Pakistan who backed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day speech. These include Baloch student leader.
आर्मी वालों ने बलूच स्टूडेंट्स को, नौजवानों को, बुजुर्गों को, उनको हजारों की तादाद में उठा के ले गए.
And merciless campaign. The world noticed as protesters took to the streets in Gilgit and Balochistan against shameful human rights abuses inflicted by the Pakistan army after rigged elections. As Pakistan quashes every single murmur of protest, even the United States has expressed deep concern over grave human rights violations in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Bureau Report, India Today. Is the ISI routing funds into Kashmir to fuel the unrest through the Gulf countries? The National Investigation Agency has questioned some account holders in the valley. Now, these are accounts where funds are flowing in. Big sums coming in, and in small numbers, these funds are also flowing out. 10,000 rupees debits being made regularly. Frequent debits, and especially in areas which saw unrest. Now, some bank managers will also be spoken to because the government is clear the entire trouble in the valley is being fueled from outside.
Is cash from the Gulf countries being routed into the valley to keep the unrest fires burning? The National Investigation Agency has launched a probe into the alarming intelligence.
Right in the middle of the unrest, 4-member NIA team has landed in Srinagar and are carrying out investigation in the matter of flow of funds into particular accounts. So far, we are given to understand that 8 people have been interrogated, and the NIA team is constantly trying to figure out what exactly has happened and how these funds have been transferred and what has happened to these funds from there on. That is what the NIA team will figure out at this point of time. But yes, investigations are being carried out.
The preliminary probe has begun, and here is what the NIA sources are telling us. Each of the 8 accounts which are with the Jammu and Kashmir Bank saw cash deposits to the tune of rupees 3 lakh. Not once, not twice, but multiple times. The money was withdrawn several times using checks of rupees 10,000 each. Investigators suspect the involvement of some big businessmen from the valley. Some top officials of the bank may also be next on the line to be grilled. Accounts in 10 districts of the state have possibly received big cash flows in the last few months, and the total amount could be well in excess of rupees 4 to 5 crores. The NIA investigation is hinged around finding out if the origin of the money is from the Gulf countries.
बहुत डेप्थ में यदि जांच की जाए तो बहुत ही क्लियर हो जाएगा कि राष्ट्रद्रोही लोग कौन हैं और उनका काम क्या है. आप कोई धंधा नहीं कर रहे हो, करोड़ों पैसा आ रहा है, तो उसका एंड रिजल्ट क्या हो रहा है? वो पैसा कहां से आया, किस लिए आया और वो पैसा इस्तेमाल क्यों हुआ? ये जो फाइनेंशियल अथॉरिटीज़ है, ऑडिट अथॉरिटीज़ है, इनको चाहे NIO हो, इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसीज हैं, इनको इस पर जांच पड़ताल करने की जरूरत है.
Who is pumping in the money to burn the valley? The possibility of a Pakistan-aided plot being hatched in the Middle East cannot be ruled out. With Jitendra Singh in Delhi, Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh is in Srinagar. He's spending 2 days in the valley to review the security situation and talk to all stakeholders within the ambit of the constitution. This means the separatists and the pro-terror lobby is out. So even as interaction was underway, there was violence in Pulwama. 1 person was killed and a grenade was hurled at security forces, injuring 10 security personnel, including a deputy SP, an SHO and 8 CRPF personnel.
The civilian death toll mounting to 70 as the Kashmir unrest enters its 47th day, as gunmen opened fire and lobbed grenades at Jawans in Pulwama. The latest attack and a fresh wave of clashes coinciding with Home Minister Rajnath Singh's visit to the valley. Rajnath's tweet on Kashmiriyat, Insaniyat and Jamhuriyat was answered with reignited protests and stone pelting. Clashes broke out in Srinagar's Safa Kadal area, leaving 3 people injured. A little later, it was Pulwama in South Kashmir where a youth died and many were injured in clashes.
Today, after the Prime Minister's recent statement, the Home Minister is making his second visit to the valley, and this is something which many are seeing as something which could provide a little bit of hope in terms of political development.
तोड़-फोड़, पत्थरबाजी के साथ जो लोगों की तादाद है वो बहुत कम है। जो 95% हैं वो नहीं चाहते हैं तोड़-फोड़ हो, पत्थरबाजी हो, खून खराबा हो। वो चाहते हैं मसला जो है डायलॉग के जरिए हल किया जाए, और मुझे खुशी है कि वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने इसका अच्छा रिस्पांस किया है।
In Srinagar, Rajnath Singh reviewed the security situation with top officials before beginning a dialogue with the political leadership, civil society groups and other stakeholders. Will the Modi Sarkar initiated dialogue help Mission Kashmir? Will the political balm soothe the protest-hit valley? With Shuja-ul Haq, Bureau Report, India Today.
There was alarm in the Ministry of Defence after Australian media reported that 22,400 pages of top-secret documents about the vital statistics of the state-of-the-art Scorpion submarine had leaked online. Now, these were technical specifications about the operating envelope of this underwater stealth weapon platform. This would be an intelligence bonanza for hostile navies. Both India and France have ordered an inquiry. Shiv Arur and Jugal Purohit get to this report.
It's India's single biggest military data leak in history, and one that has stunned the Modi government. Our most modern fighting weapons at sea, the Indian Navy's soon-to-be commissioned Scorpion submarines, stand completely compromised. Australian media reports claim that over 22,000 top-secret documents are out in the public domain, containing highly classified data on the submarine's stealth, frequencies, secret sensor capabilities, classified sound and acoustics. In simple terms, what I do have in my hands right now is the contents page of what has actually been leaked, which does not give any classified data, but gives you the most disturbing sense of what actually, are the subjects that have actually been leaked. This is information that's out in the public domain. Terrifyingly enough, it's on social media. There are PDF files containing all of these documents doing the rounds on Facebook and on Twitter. This information is out there. You can bet your last buck that Pakistan and China already have copies of these documents and are scrutinizing them. The data leak helps Pakistan and China to track the submarines, which should have stayed well hidden underwater. It implies that India's most modern submarines could not only be easier to dodge by our enemies, but could be sitting ducks themselves. While the Indian Navy is examining the extent of the leak, French shipbuilder DCNS has also launched a probe. With the $3.5 billion secret now out in the open, India's security stands totally compromised. With Jugal Purohit and Gaurav Sawant in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
We will continue to track developments on the story very closely. The Ministry of Defence has also ordered an inquiry. The French are carrying out parallel investigations. We still do not know the extent of damage just as yet. That is all I have time for on India First. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.